Still on security, Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Gwabin Musa has deployed a contingent of soldiers to the troubled Augie Local Government Area in Kebbi State, following attacks by a new terrorist group known as Lakurawa. The group recently attacked Mera village, killing over 15 people. The deployment follows an urgent appeal from Kebbi State Governor Dr. Nasir Idris. He asked for federal government to curb the group's violent activities. Upon arrival, the troops, equipped with armored tanks and advanced weapons, met with the Kebbi State Deputy Governor, Senator Umar Tafida. They then proceeded to Mera. The military engaged the terrorists, forcing them to retreat. The soldiers rescued Rossut Castle abandoned by the group as they fled. The governor has pledged to ensure the safety of lives and properties for all Kebbi State citizens, prompting him to seek federal assistance to counter terrorism across the state. Zuru emphasized, the recent attack on Mera village by the Lakurawa group has displaced many residents and left the community reeling from loss. This is still on security talk. I want to still get your thoughts on this.
I think we are going through a process of great betrayal in this country. Even where our troops are in action, they are betrayed by their colleagues. You know, that explains some of these ambushes. Now, but I think it's a critical thing to say that, yes, there's a response that is coming from the authorities. That is inspiring. Okay? When they visited the governor and you added that they arrived there with tanks, I was wondering whether it was the government house that really needed tanks or those in the field. You know, because that shows strength in the city. It's my mind not welcome. You know, it's serious business to degrade these militants, to provide succor for Nigerians, and to protect our distance. You hear a lot of stories of undergoverned areas in the north, you know, and you begin to wonder, okay, you are talking about Sambisa forest and other forests. And who? How? This is what I'm saying. Why technology is of great need. I am sitting here in Port Harcourt, I can see what's happening in my village. If I have cameras from my phone, I don't need to. I don't need to get out there and behave like somebody from the Stone Age. So technology is critical to what we are doing. And I'm also glad that the armed forces haven't truly given up. Because it's their reputation that's at stake.
Yes.
You know, and they are children of parents born in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you
so
very much.
We must take the war to these guys. There's no pretense about this thing. Now, but because when you say the people in the northwest, particularly in Sokoto and Kebbi, received the Lakurawas because they thought they had good plans. What good plans? Somebody comes from across the border. In circumstances that we have, when the relationship between Nigeria, for example, and Niger is at a low ebb, and such a person crosses from the border at a time that Nigeria is insisting on some ideological issues relating to democracy, and then you are saying that you thought that they came with good plans. With good plans, which is what we are saying. Are those people Nigerians? Why should they cross our borders the way they do? Now, you had the other day, okay, the Kebbi government now is saying they need money from federal government. So if we hear that Lakurawas are buying people, giving them 1 million per person, so we'll empty Nigeria's treasury and give to supposed Nigerians in order to make them anti-Lakurawa. The whole stage is funny.
Okay, thank you very much on your thoughts, Sir Honorable Ogbonawoke. I would like to get your thoughts, comrade.
Well, I think Nigeria insecurity issues is is getting out of hand, because recently the level of interest that our top government politicians have against the commoners, if it is actually being used to fight the oppositions or the terrorists, it will be much better. Just recently, the Minister of Defense made it clear to Nigerians youth. Recently, he made an absolute declaration against Nigerians youth that was on the street speaking against hunger or complaining against hunger. If you see the level of action that the Minister of Defense unleashed on Nigerians, and then they charged the federal government of Nigeria, charged innocent Nigerians that went to protest demanding for a better system and demanding for an improved system in our economic situation.
With Russian flags.
They not just that one. There was this one.
The story was that they destroyed properties.
No, I say, listen,
criminals.
The protest that took place was hunger protests. Those persons that came up with the flag that was being used were those that was trying to infiltrate the genuineness of the protest. The protest actually was a very genuine one. Unfortunately, the kind of system we have in this country, our politicians, when you see...
Okay, so that means, are you saying that there were two different groups?
I am saying that when people are coming out for a genuine intention, the self-seeking politicians or the dubious politicians...
So you're trying... let me get you a minute, comrade. So are you trying to say, in your own opinion, that these people that carried the Russian flags were sponsored?
They are sponsored by people in government.
Are there proofs to this?
They are sponsored by those in the same government.
Are there proofs backing up this claim that they were sponsored? They did not come on their own accord.
See, what I know and what I can testify to as I speak here is that the hunger protest was a genuine intention.
Okay.
The hunger protest was meant to improve Nigeria's hard economic situation in the country. The hunger protest was meant to improve lives and properties in this country. It was not meant to sabotage the government. Rather, okay. It was actually meant to call the attention of the government on the hunger situation that was facing Nigerians and not to sabotage the system. So whoever was plotting the Russian flag, whoever was plotting others, were doing that just to make sure that they criticize or they kill the good intention of the hunger protest. It was not actually from those genuinely protesting. I was part of those of protesting.
Why?
Excuse me.
Okay.
I was part of those of protesting. I was part of those that protest and led protests in Port Harcourt. And the intention was not to sabotage the government. The intention was not to criticize any government, but rather to call the attention of the government on the hardship we are facing and not to sabotage the system. So if the Minister of Defense were in a hurry or was in a hurry to immediately demand for an immediate attack on those on the hunger protest, why is he not doing the same in terms of Nigerian insecurity? As we speak, the level of Nigerian insecurity is so much that even the minister can make a declaration, and if they abide by it, and if they implement it, it will stop. Now we are talking about so many devices that will be used to actually stop this insecurity. Why are they not implementing it? Why did they actually approve money and divert the money for another purpose? This money has been approved, this money has been applied for, and this money has been given. So why are they diverting funds meant to tackle insecurity for personal use? Why are they there to enrich themselves? Why are they there to promote themselves, to build generations upon generations, and then ignore the well-being of Nigerians?
Comrade. See, there is something that, regardless of how emotional we become, Nigeria is acquiring a new generation of weapons, including aircraft.
Thank you.
And the Nigerian defense industries are beginning to also manufacture. They are moving from those light weapons that they are doing now to drones. They are beginning to develop drones. And the latest that they've put out there could do 100 kilometers. But it's a modest start. And I think what we need to do as Nigerians, is to invest some more hope in our country. Nobody, whether we like it or not, corruption has been on the increase, regardless of how much we have fought it. Those who have come protesting it have become even more corrupt than the people that they tried to replace. So there is something that is endemic, something that we must all that love for country.
That's commendable, and like he said, commendable efforts that's been put in place in the fight against insecurity. It's not like they are not fighting it.
They're not fighting it.
They are.
I said they are not
They
fighting.
Troops
It's
have
difficult
been
to believe that
sent.
they are not fighting it.
It's
not
difficult,
fighting.
yes, it's difficult to believe they are fighting it, but maybe it has not
We need
come
to explain
to
this.
a point.
We need to explain this. What you have is not a normal war. You don't have, you see, you have infiltrators who live with natives. So it's a guerrilla war. And so, perhaps the army would need to set up a guerrilla group that behaves like Lakurawas, that behaves like Boko Haram in order to confront them. Because, you see, if it was a fight, the opponent is on that side and the Nigerian troops are on this side, they will push through.
How many
Okay.
security outfits do we have? How many security
They
outfits do we have?
are.
Now,
Comrade, hold on, please.
Let me
Please,
ask
hold
her.
on. I want to say something. Hold on, please. They are actually fighting towards this. Like the troops have been sent. Troops have been. There are stories. There are aside pictures. There are stories. We have seen situations where victims. Hold on, please. Please just hold on. Please just hold on. Yes, please just give me a minute. Thank you.
Can I say something here?
We've seen cases that troops have been sent. Yes, we understand your aggravation. We understand where you're coming from. But efforts have been made. The problem here is how far are they willing to go? For how long? Yes, I know where all this is coming from, but for how long? But the thing is, they have made a step. And things have been put into place. And like Honorable said, they need to sit up. Like Honorable said, we need to work on a technological advancement. We need to work on better means. We need to work on the troops, the soldiers that were sent to combat on this situation. Please just hold on. Soldiers have been sent, but we need to work on means. Like he said, the Boko Haram, the terrorists, this is how they think. If you want to there's a saying that if you want to catch a thief, you have to think like a thief. This is how they operate. You have to work towards that. We have to come and say, okay, this is how they function. This is how they do this, and we have to set up a committee. We have to set up we have to set up no. We have to come up with an ideology that this is how they think. This is how we have to follow them. I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from, and I understand you. I understand what you want to say. Sure. Okay. Yes, you can make it.
Most of our assertion right now is based on video clips, photos, and internet pictures that is being sent out. Now, when you say they have made a formidable step, or when you say some set of people have made a step, what we want to see is that this area has been captured. We have DSS that is saddled with the responsibility of providing information for those on the operation to ensure that those at the operational ground can be able to use this information to strike before you actually launch an attack. Before launching an attack, what level of information have you gathered? We are talking about professionalism. Security situation in this country is no longer based on professionalism. Rather, it's now based on public interest. You are my brother. I am from Yoruba. Go and be the commissioner of police in Rivers State. You are my brother. I am from Hausa. Go and be the commissioner of police in Delta State. You are my brother. I am from Igbo. Go and be the commissioner of police. It's now as a source of empowerment.
So are you saying in your opinion that this problem is coming from ethnicity?
It's coming from political interest.
It's not a political interest.
Again, let me offer a little insight.
Okay, sir.
We have Federal Character Commission. What does it do? Its job is to get people.
The last time I submitted a letter there was nobody there.
I am coming.
There was nobody in the office. The last time I submitted a letter there was nobody in the office.
When you got there, are you sure you didn't go?
Let him come down.
Are you sure you didn't go during prayer time?
No, I did not. That was the only time I received the letter.
The point I'm just trying to make is,
few seconds.
Honestly, we do have a country where there is so much suspicion, where there is so much distrust, and where ethnicism has become the order of the day. Okay. So I wouldn't blame Comrade for feeling the way he does. But we should also note that if we are talking about a federalist state and the structures that go with it, people don't need to be sent to their state because they come from there. In other words, we should have a Rivers Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, for
Okay,
example.
thank you
Then,
very much.
so that's the point I'm
Thank
trying to make.